You're tuned in to my man, DJ Erick and La Mezcla.
Buena, mi gente, nosotros somos
Miguel y John Q, el dúo del momento.
Y están en sintonía con nuestro hermano DJ Erick en la mezcla.
Ya yo me cansé, no quiero ser tu amante. Te digo de mi parte que no aguanto más. Ya no aguanto verle el otro como dice que es el dueño tuyo. Me mata el orgullo, él ni te sabe hablar. Está la y se va.
Sepa que soy dueño de síguelo, síguelo, síguelo. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to el show de DJ Erick La Mezcla. Yo me llamo DJ Erick en La Mezcla. Junto contigo, aquí on In The Mix Radio. Ya tú sabes que hoy día es Wednesday. You know what we say on Wednesdays, right? Happy Hump Day, baby. It's Wednesday. Ya estamos a mitad de semana. Tenemos aquí hoy día a Empanada Fork. We're going to find out why the name, who she is, what she does, and where she's going with it. All right, get ready, because we're about ready to bring her in to the camera shot. Yeah, that's not the camera shot, but here we get ready. Here we go. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Let's welcome in Empanada Fork. How are you?
Good. Very excited to be here.
I could tell. I mean, well, the one thing about it is that you're not camera shy.
No, not at all.
That's the good thing. That's great to hear. Now, I know that you've been doing some media tour promos. Where have you been at lately? Because I know you've done TV.
Yes, I've been on HSN for my products. I've been on My Nine News, not My Nine News, Chasing New Jersey News for the product when it first came out.
Okay.
Basically, I'm hustling it. So any media that shows interest in sharing my story, I love sharing my story with others to hope to inspire others about inventing and stuff, which hopefully we'll get to later.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Okay, so now real quickly, want to give a big shout out to the people that are tuned in. A Dianés, who's nos está viendo directamente desde la Isla del Encanto, Puerto Rico. Cindy, my former boss. Blanca. Omi. Shakira.
Ooh.
Are your hips lying? Let's see. La Ñañita, Isabel. And quite a few other people that I can't see at the moment. So, también, can't forget. Good evening, Miss Cece. All right, so tell us a little bit of how the product began. What inspired you to start this particular product named
Empanada Fork.
Yes.
It also, I tell everybody it started around my kitchen table. Me and my family, we host a lot of parties, and empanadas are always on the menu. So just picture what started off as having 25 empanadas to 50 to 100 as every year more people started coming. So I was frustrated around the kitchen. I was doing it with a regular fork, trying
That
to
like everybody
like
does.
everybody
that ding,
else.
ding, ding, ding.
And my fingers started to hurt. I started complaining, and I started thinking, there has to be something on Facebook, on somewhere where a utensil or something exists.
Right.
So that's where the idea kind of popped in right away. But of course, I just kept doing and closing the empanadas, and then as I'm doing, I finally finished. I said, I'm gonna Google it, because Google's like our best friend.
It is. It really is.
So that's what I did. I Googled it, and I kind of started thinking, what would people call it? So I went through a whole bunch of names: pastry press, empanada closer, empanada, fork. And that's how the name came, because I kept calling it empanada fork, empanada fork.
And it just stuck.
And it just stuck. Yeah. Little did I know that it would actually help me in the long run. That's another social media wise, because when people actually you search for an empanada and Instagram and stuff like that, like my name pops up in the one of like the top 10, but that's just a coincidence, I guess you could say. So I picked a good title.
Good. That's what's up. Saluditos para Sandy Lang, who's also watching. Now, all right. So you say that you got tired of doing the fork thing, and that's what inspired you to come across this. I
was frustrated. So I was frustrated in the kitchen from doing so many.
Right.
And so then when I actually went to sleep that night, the next morning I just woke up and I started thinking like, I'm going to Google it. I Googled it, didn't find anything. I literally sat on the idea probably like no more than a week. And then I started chicken scratch. I can't draw for dear life of me.
Okay.
So I took like a napkin and I started chicken scratch. Cause I was like, how could I envision it? Well, how would it really look like? So I did a few chicken scratches on how it would kind of look like. Mm-hmm. And then I just kind of like put it to the side. And then slowly I started thinking about, this was before like the Shark Tank shows, because if they were out there when I was wanting to do this, I probably would have done it faster instead of second guessing myself.
Right.
Because, I think it's the year of the entrepreneur, the year of, taking chances, where 6 years ago, I don't know about that. So I was second guessing myself a lot. So little by little, I started inquiring about patents. So I did it that way. And some people think I just came out with the product first and then did a patent, but in reality, I have an accounting bookkeeping background or whatever, so I started thinking, I want to get this protected right away. So I started inquiring about the patent process and didn't realize that it's also a gamble. You do the application and it's like just a chance to see if it exists out there, and it costs a lot of money.
How much is a lot of money?
There's two type of patents. There's the design, and then there's the utility patent. So the design ones, I would say start like $5,000.
Really?
Yeah.
And what about the utility one?
Like 10 and more, because it depends how
10 grand and more.
10 grand and more. How in tech how much, and that was back then. So I don't know how much it is exactly now.
It's probably way more.
Yeah, probably a lot more. But mine was on the lower end of it because it was a simple design.
Right.
So that's what I protected, was the design patent, because that's what my lawyer suggested. And it took a while for me to even decide to do that, because once he told me the money, I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Like, let's come back to that, because realistically, I don't have $5,000 in my pocket.
Okay.
I don't think anybody does. I mean, maybe they do.
Yeah, somebody does.
Yeah,
Trump.
yeah. That's another story.
Trump, Hilton.
Dios mío, please, no Trump. Make me in a bad mood. So then it happened to be the holiday season.
Okay.
And I had Christmas bonuses coming my way. And so that's what
Aprovechaste.
I aproveché. I dije, you know what, voy a tomar el chance. Let me sit down with my family. And I had a little like meeting because my kids they're pretty like good in the sense of, okay, it's meeting time. I want to tell you something. It's important. And everybody thought it was like I was going to either have another kid or something. Like, oh, no, not again. What are you going to tell us, Mom? And so I said, I'm thinking of doing the patent, but it's a lot of money, so I want to do the bonus to do this application. And they were so supportive.
Good.
So happy.
That's nice. That's nice. So you have a supportive family then?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Good.
They believe in me, yeah.
All right. So real quickly, if people want to get in contact with you here at the studio, what's the number for them to reach you at?
Here at the studio, it's 914-969-6499.
There you go. Once again?
914-969-6499.
Wow, there it is. All right. Saludito va para DJ Lady Love, who's in the chat room now. All right, so how long ago was it that you did this? The invention of the empanada.
It's been 6 years.
6 years.
It's been 6 years in the works. It took about a year to patent.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I started to get it. It took about 6 months to get it produced.
Okay.
Manufactured, excuse me. That was another thing I had to learn as well, because once I decide to do the patent, once the year went by and I finally got the approval, then to learning to know where to get it manufactured, I went back to my best friend Google and I said manufacturing in New Jersey, manufacturing, in the United States, because I wanted it done in the States originally.
Okay.
But
it didn't work out that way?
It didn't work out that way.
Okay.
I found a plastic manufacturer in Hackensack, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did it in plastic, the first run of the utensil. And the teeth were not strong enough, so it failed. When the dough was too strong for the teeth.
Okay.
So that was a big, step back, I guess you could say. And I almost didn't go through with it. I was so disappointed about that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started thinking, I invested so much time, so much money. You know what? Who might get it done perfect the first time? Let's try this again.
Right.
So through the help of the plastic manufacturer, they helped me find a stainless steel manufacturer, which is in China. So that's where my product comes from now.
Nimohai.
I don't know any words, but Changhao.
Agapalala.
Oh my God. Okay, I do know a word maybe.
All right. So, okay. So now tell us about the product. How much does it cost? If somebody wants to get a hold of it.
Sure. It starts at $19.99. There's a few stores that sell it, so it ranges anywhere from $18.99 to $21.99.
And what stores are the ones that sell them?
The ones that sell it right now is in New Jersey. It would be Chef Central, that happens to be in a Bed Bath It's in Paramus, New Jersey.
Okay.
Also online, chefcentral.com should have it. Mex Grocer, which is a Mexican online supermarket / they sell products. And also Bake Deco, which is in New York. And also LeBron Restaurant Equipment Supply Store. That's in the Bronx, I believe. And I have the equipment supply stores that sell it to restaurants. That's kind of my niche that I found that it starts to work, where they're more willing to take a chance on the product and give it a chance. Because I have tried to go to a big box store, and it didn't work out, which is okay. But I'm really excited because now that this one worked, so now they want it in other sizes. So that's what.
Really?
Yeah. So now I'm working on the large empanada fork, waiting for it to arrive, and then other products that are coming.
Okay, so now here, let me ask you this question. So, being that you patented your product now, do you have to repatent it because of a different size?
No, because the design is exactly the same.
Okay.
It's
just bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. I didn't add a little, and if I added something to it, then I would have to.
Adding something to it, like how?
Some people were asking me, "Oh, can you make it cut dough while you're doing it?" But I said, "Oh, well, I personally I'm not the cook in the family, so I actually buy my dough. My dough is frozen.
Okay.
There's a lot of homemakers that make their own dough. So it wasn't not supposed to really cut dough.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a great idea.
Right.
But it's not what I does.
Okay. Saluditos va para Marilis and the Puerto Rican redneck Andy Garcia. Okay, so that's the range of the cost.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you plan on possibly getting it into, like, let's say, Target?
Yeah. No. Ideally, I would love my product to be like in, like, I don't know if I'm going to say it right or wrong. It's Sur la Table or Sur la Table. Forgive me, but that's one of the stores I've been
Sur la Table.
It might even be pronounced like that. Like, I would love, like, a more, like, it's a little higher end, I guess you could say, like Williams-Sonoma. That's ideally where I seen it originally.
Okay.
Which I'm going to come back around into asking them. Doesn't mean I never asked them. So that's what I've asked them all. They've all said no, but I've already had stores that originally said no come back to me, and now they're willing to. So I kind of understand, because I guess I only have one product, so they rather deal with a bigger company that has more products.
Right.
So I'm working on it, guys. Okay, so and there is no excuse. You got to give me a chance.
That's right. But so Target isn't in the works or possibly at the moment?
Yeah, it's not in the works.
Let me ask you this: have you reached out to them?
Target, no.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Target, I've never.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'd like to know is about the product. Do you have one here? What it looks like in, I guess, prepackaged?
Yep, I have
packaged, prepackaged, however you want. There it is.
There it is.
Ah.
And I'll take it out of the box. You can see it. See, the box is so strong that
it's meant to take
guarded.
a licking. Oh, look, that is nice.
And it's very sturdy. So when they get it, they're actually pleasantly surprised. Because even the stainless steel, I had to make it stronger metal. I've done a lot of tweaks to it.
That
it's
is
half
nice.
moon shape. The handle, I made it really sturdy, so it's good for, like a woman or a man. Because then my husband, my man cooks. So I wanted to make sure it's good for both. I don't know.
Yo que tengo la mano pesada, I tend to break things easy.
Right. Wow. This one would be hard to break. This reminds me also, if you need a weapon. I was kidding.
She's joking, people. Not.
I gotta laugh.
Saluditos para mi tío Antuco, que nos está viendo directamente desde Guayaquil.
Ooh, Ecuador.
That's right. Ecuador in the house. Speaking of which, where are you from?
I am born and raised in Jersey, but my parents are both from Quito, Ecuador.
Look at
And
that.
I consider myself Ecuadorian as well, obviously. I love going back to Ecuador. And I have a lot of family there, mostly my mom's family.
Hi, Mom.
My mom's here.
She's not on camera, but hi, Mom.
Yes.
Saludito va para Blanca Tirado, who's watching the show at the moment. So yeah, all right, so you're Ecuadorian background.
Yes.
When was the last time you were out there?
3 years.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah.
And we went to Quito.
went to Quito, and I went to Atacames, the beach.
Okay.
Love going there for the beach. Otavalo. Thanks, Mom.
Mom has the great memory.
Yeah. Oh, the middle of the world. We always go there too. Love visiting that with the kids so they could see that. Taking, the 1 foot.
You know what I don't like about going to visit El Mitad del Mundo?
What?
Is that when you're inside, they say no flash photography or no photography. I'm like, really? But I want to take a picture so I could keep in memory. You know what I mean? Y no te dejan. That's messed up.
Yeah. It's kind of like museums if you think about it.
Well, no, because the museums here, at least they let you take pictures, but no flash. Which is fine. I could deal with no flash.
Right.
Because at least you get a picture. You know what I mean?
Memory, yeah.
And you could keep it as a memory.
That's true.
Por lo menos, you know?
Yeah.
Pero there, they don't want nada. All right. So for some of you that que no saben qué son empanadas, a lo mejor los reconocen como pastelillos.
Yeah, there's so many names. I've learned also they say empanadillas, which I've never used.
I've never heard of that one.
Yes.
So that's probably the mini ones.
Maybe. That's what it...
Because they do make the mini ones.
Okay. So maybe those are empanadillas. I heard pastelitos.
So
Who
what
says pastelitos?
Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Ricans. Okay.
So now let me ask you this. Have you thought about making that one in the smaller one for the pastelillitos? See, here's a question that I don't know if anybody ever asked you that.
No, they have asked me that. They have asked me that, especially because there's other pastries, like samosas or something that are also smaller.
Right.
So it is on my to-do list. But since the majority of the people who've contacted me want it for the larger size. So for instance, this is for the regular size, like the 5-inch round discos. Then there's the large dough discos that I'm sure a lot of brands do. Gusto's, Goya do it. So that's the main one that people are asking for. That the restaurants mostly do the large ones. I had no idea what coming in. I thought, I don't know, I saw an empanada. I didn't know a large from a small one. I just ordered an empanada. But in reality, the restaurants do mostly large.
Pedías empanadas y por dentro nada.
Yeah. In one.
Como dice mi tío. Empanada y por dentro nada.
Exactly.
All right. So, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick little break. All right. And we'll be right back with Empanada Fork.
Oye, sí, estoy aquí afuera en la unidad que me dijiste para venir a arreglar el aire acondicionado y no hay nadie. Parece que, no sé, he tocado varias veces y no contestan. Abro la puerta. ¿Estás seguro que no hay nadie? Ok, dale.
¡Ay, coño! ¿Pero qué es esto, chico?
Oye, espérate, yo soy el nuevo handyman del edificio, pero no te preocupes que yo soy ciego. No me des más, coño, que soy ciego.
¿Ah, ciego?
Sí.
¡Ay, pobrecito!
Me huele a que tiene liqueo esto en la tubería. Oye, tú me puedes alcanzar un cuchillo o algo
claro.
por ahí.
Aquí está.
Gracias, man. No, ya resolví ya, ponlo para atrás.
Oh, ok. Mira, cuidado y me mojan esos papeles que tengo ahí. Ahí, abajo.
Oye, eso es lo que tú pagas en Estrella Insurance por el seguro del carro, tan barato.
Oh, pero tú no eras ciego.
Es que yo tengo un olfato para los precios bajos.
All right, and we're back with Empanada Fork. Now, speaking of moving forward, what is it that you have coming up?
Sure. I have more products coming out January 2019.
Okay.
I'm finally coming out with the large empanada fork. So I know people have been asking me for it. It's coming out. It just took me a long time because same thing, I had to tweak it. As you make something bigger, yeah, you have to, just run a lot of tests on it.
Okay.
Also, I'm coming out with what I'm calling them stampers. So instead of
so it has nothing to do with like postal stampers.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
They're empanada stampers, I guess. They're going to be, one's going to be called, it's exactly what just like I said, this is empanada fork. I'm making the names like super simple. So this one's going to be cheese stamper, beef stamper, veggie stamper.
Oh, so that way everybody knows what kind of empanaditas they're having.
Correct, because my kids bite into it, and then if it's cheese and they don't want to eat it, they le dejan, and then I get mad because I'm like, how many people are starving everywhere? Like, you should eat all your food. That's just how I am.
Right. No, I say the same thing.
Yeah, so.
Hence why I look the way I do. I'm no little palito de diente, Big shout out goes to Elba, who's watching us from the Boogie Down BX. All right. So now, see, because I'm one that when I go to restaurants or even to like the cuchifritos, right? And I say, deme un pastelillo de eso, de carne, carne de res. And they already know where to go. But I say to myself, but how do you know that's the one? I don't want to bite into it and I'm going to have chicken in there.
Right.
Or some sort of vegetables, because I'm anti-vegetable, because I just don't like it.
Oh,
My body just refuses to have
anything
healthy
green.
stuff.
Like anything green.
Anything green, anything healthy. So I got to have, the good stuff, like pernil, the skin, the cuero, and all that good stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So that's why I'm asking. I mean, like, that's the purpose behind it, so that way people are able to tell which one it is.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
All right. So now, if people want to get in contact with you individually as to getting more information about the product that you have, Empanada Fork, what do they have to do and how do they go about doing it?
There's numerous ways. I'm going to give out my email, which would be hlunico@yahoo.com. That's the one I like to personally answer faster to.
Okay.
My company is actually called HL Unico. I'm just known as Empanada Fork. Even like people, like some of them, that's fine. They don't know my name. I'm be on the street and they're like, "Hey, Empanada Fork." I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" So my name is actually, Hypatia Lopez, but. So my company is HL, which is my first and last name initial, and then Unico, because I thought it would mean like only one. Okay. So that's why it's hlunico@yahoo.com. My website, though, also has my contact information, which is www.empanadafork.com.
So there's after the 3 W, there's no dot?
www.empanadafork.com.
There you go.
Yes.
See, because you went www Empanada.
Oh.
That's why I was like, wait a minute. Isn't there supposed to be a dot there somewhere?
Yes.
See,
There's a dot.
Want to make sure that they go to the right page.
Yes, and my social media. I actually do answer my social media messages. Maybe not
Personally.
Personally, yes. So Empanada Fork is Instagram. Empanada Fork Utensil is Facebook. And I also Twitter. I'm a tweeter.
You're a Twitter.
Yes.
All right. So what would you say would be the best way for people to get a hold of your product that may not live in Jersey?
So the two stores, like if you visit my website, I have two stores. Mexgrocer.com is the one that mostly delivers everywhere, even international. So that's why I have them on my website if they want to get buy it. If they want Jersey, that's where I have, or New York, excuse me, it's Baked Deco, because that's more local, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut type of. But if they want to, like, we're talking about stores wanting to get in contact with me. You're talking about stores. You're talking about people.
Any and all above.
Yeah. So I would say definitely if they would to email me at HLUNICO at yahoo.com, that would be the best way to contact me. And then I would respond to, if they want to, especially to stores, because then we could, I could send them a sample, let them check them out, see if they like it, and then take it from there. But direct to people, like I personally don't sell direct to people unless I'm at events. Okay. I do a lot of events with the Statewide Hispanic Chamber of New Jersey. I'm one of their social media ambassadors. I think it's very important to network as an entrepreneur. And they've opened doors where I've been able to meet, like, the owners of Goya, for instance. So I've done cross promoting with them, because they don't do utensils; they do food products. Right. Yeah. So that's another way, I guess.
Okay. And was it difficult for you to get into the Chamber of Commerce?
No, not at all. First of all, I wasn't sure what group I wanted to really be part of. When you're an entrepreneur, and especially when you're a fresh new business, somebody just suggested, you need to be involved in these events, which I actually thought it was just for social. So, like, I already have friends. Well, I was wrong. I need those type of friends, because they understand. So I feel like, say if I'm complaining about something, right, they're just like, oh, really? I know ABC. Like, and I'm like, really? Oh, okay. So then I have to kind of go to work, but I wasn't used to that, where somebody would actually help. Like, now it's me helping. Like, oh, what do you need? Oh, okay, let's help each other.
See, it would have been like me. It would have been like, hey, buddy, how you doing? Hook up a brother. Come on, man. You know how we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saluditos para Rosa Pagan, who's also watching the show. Don't forget right now, if you haven't done so already, please hit like and share the page so that you and all your friends can watch El Show de DJ Erick La Mezcla right now with Empanada Fork, who's in studio right now speaking about the Empanada Fork product. And also para Yadi, who's in Florida watching. So, yeah.
That's a market I would love to hit. Florida. Any suggestions in Florida?
She's your person.
Distributors?
She's your guy.
She's your guy.
Yeah, she's your
Awesome.
guy. Yeah, Yadi is the guy for that one.
Awesome.
You
Yeah.
know.
Any inquiries, any questions that you may have? I mean, I'm more open to discussion, really, because that's how we
So
can
the
expand.
email again, because Yadi just got on.
Oh, okay.
How would that go?
It would be HLUNICO@yahoo.com.
All right. So now, is the product still out of the bag, or did you put it back in?
I put it back, but it's really quick.
So take a look at it so you can see what Empanada Fork really is.
Yeah. It is a pastry press used to make fork-like impressions on dough to seal it closed.
All right. You know what we're going to do? Let me get it for a second.
Yeah.
Because I could put it on my camera over here closer. All right. Okay. So now, this is what we're getting here.
Oh, perfect.
Oops. There we go. So you get your empanadas, and then you just go, whoop, and there it is.
Yeah, it makes the ridges so when people come over, they look professionally done. And tell you the truth, like if you compare it to, that's one thing I did do for when I did the HSN pitch competition for the product. I compared doing it with a fork, regular fork, and
Right.
doing it with a empanada fork, and it was like night and day.
Really?
Yes,
It really did help out that much.
it helped so much because I decided to put a time clock, and I timed how long it would take to close a pastry, and I forgot that maybe it was. I don't even know how long it was, but empanada fork was like a second. It was like, phew.
See, and Yadi's just saying, I just made empanadas last night.
You see, and you're gonna make more because the holidays are coming.
With
because I know
this, it cuts the time in half. It's boom, 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 boom. Oh, there we got it.
Damn.
All right, hold on. We got a caller now. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, they hung up. They hung up.
We got
All right.
we got them scared.
Call back. The number again is
914-969-6499.
y en español
1914-969-6499.
así mismo 914-969-6499. Llámenos right now, ahora mismo, para hablar con Empanada Fork. O si no, conmigo también, yo no muerdo. So, aquí está. Mira, corta el tiempo en mitad para estar haciendo las empanadas o los pastelillos como ustedes los conocen. Right there, look at that. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay. So, hablando muy, come on, there we go. All right, so, ¿qué es lo que tienes en el, like, what's in your future right now, moving forward with Empanada Fork?
With my current utensil right now.
Yes, and even with you yourself, like, what do you have going on?
I'm very excited for, like I said, the new products that are coming out in January 2019. I'm planning on basically, as soon as I get a hold of them, because they're already ordered, I'm literally waiting for them to just come, because I have people already inquiring, especially about the stampers,
Right.
since before the holidays. It's just not going to happen before the holidays, which kind of stinks for me. But at the same time, I see it as a new year, new products, new exciting news, and I'm going to hustle it for these products as I did Empanada Fork. I'm going to see. Plus, I'm going to be a little more picky with Empanada Fork. I felt like whoever wanted to sell it, I wanted them to sell it, and which was great. But I think with the new stampers that I'm calling them, I'm going to be more selective and be more kind of like where my market is, more my niche market, which is in New York. Believe it or not, I feel like New York has given me more, they're more willing to try it out.
Okay.
And in Jersey, it's only been the one store, and I've been I mean, I live in Jersey, so I used to go to supermarkets. I see my product in a supermarket on the side aisle with a strip, and where you could just go click, 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 like a potato chips.
Right.
That's how I see my stampers. So it doesn't take up any shelf space.
So
I'm
you
selling
see
it now.
You see them in the markets in that manner without the box in those strips.
For the stampers, correct.
Okay.
Because of how I'm going to product package it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I see it. Because sometimes they also say, oh, this is a lot of, it's shelf space. So I'm learning as I'm going, and I realize that, I have to take everything into consideration.
Right.
But it just stinks because sometimes, I figure, like, for instance, one, what are they called? The whole restaurant, is it Restaurant Depot? Yeah, so I've tried them a few times.
Okay.
I've gotten like 2 managers kind of on board. And then you don't realize that you have to go through corporate. And in corporate, if you don't actually know a connection, know a buyer, like, you just kind of get the ring around. So that stinks. So I'm trying to just give me the connection, let them get it, and then say no to me. Then I'm okay. I'm upset about it.
You'll be fine with that. You'll be fine with it.
But don't just like, oh yeah, just send it to him. Don't send it to him. Like, I've sent out 3 products to that store. Like, just give me a try. I'll go there and I'll give you the pitch. Like, let me have a meeting.
Right.
I have no problem with that. And
Okay.
like, oh.
Okay. Big shout out goes to Zet and Medina. I don't want to say Zet Medina. So Zet and Medina Rush. So, okay, that's good. What I'd like to know is, where do you envision yourself, let's say, 10 years from now with the product?
I do want to finally apply to get on the Shark Tank show.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that people have, since I came out, they're like, oh, why don't you go on Shark Tank? Oh, why don't you go on Shark Tank? And I'm like, obviously I want to go on Shark Tank, but I figured I only had one product, and I didn't make a lot of money, and Mr. Wonderful did scare me at the time. But now, as I've seen it more and more, I feel like once I have just an organization of the products of how I foresee, like, I want a line. I don't just want to be a product. I wasn't sure when I first started exactly what I want. Did I want to stay in kitchen utensils? Like, do I want to do something else?
Right.
But now I realize that I do. I kind of think I want to stay in kitchen utensils, and see if I can grow the brand.
So now let me ask you this now. With the stamper in play somewhat, do you have something else that you probably might be working on beyond the stamper? Without giving too much information, if in fact you are.
Yeah. I have like a little, I don't call it a sketchbook. I don't even know what to call it. A thinking book or something.
Okay.
So I wish I can come to life many products, many ideas. But like I said, it's money and it's a lot of time. So once I think I'm somewhat okay with that one product, that's when now I feel more comfortable where, okay, I can now put money into, because plus and all the stuff that comes from China, people don't realize it's not like I can buy 100. I have to buy them in the thousands.
Okay.
And so this is a lot of money on my take that I have to put out. So it's kind of like a whirlwind. You make money, give money, So I'm comfortable now that I'm okay. Now I want to have the money that I can now do more products.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely see in 10 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably hopefully coming out with minimum 2 products extra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beyond the stamper.
Beyond the stampers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Now, have you ever thought about? Now, there's some people that do it, or at least I could say maybe one person that I know of, and I can't remember the name of them, of the product. It's socks. It's socks that the guy sells. This I know from TV.
Okay.
Not that I know him personally.
Okay.
His gimmick is, you buy a pair of socks, or is it no? It's socks. You buy a pair of socks, and he donates 1 pair of socks.
Oh, I've heard of this.
To the people in Africa, I believe. It's Africa.
Yeah, it's a country that with poverty. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Have you thought about possibly going that route too? Or even if it's not necessarily meaning that, all right, so you buy 1 empanada fork,
Right.
you're going to donate 1. Could it be that you buy an empanada fork and a portion, even if it's a small portion,
Yeah.
of the proceeds can go to, let's say, Ecuador?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I've always, because I have not a lot of friends. I have I would say half of my entrepreneur friends are doing that now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a new thing to do. I think it's a great thing to do. So you just have the thing to that is you have to find the right organization,
Right.
to make sure you're a good fit and a good pair. So I personally, nobody has reached out to me, which would have been easier, I guess, because then I have to not do that much legwork. But like, who do I actually do? I do it just to Ecuador? Do I do it to Ecuador? You know, it's so much broad that I don't want to just give my portion of my. I want it to be like totally legit.
Right.
Is what I'm
right.
saying.
Well, no. Obviously, I mean that's what I'm saying. Obviously,
But yeah, I would love to do that, definitely, especially say my new products take off.
Right.
Because they say, you know, and I'm okay with it. They say sometimes it's not your first product. It's your second or your third that kind of is just the one that picks up your whole brand, and then it just goes off in a rippling effect, which, you know, knock on wood, that's what I'm hoping for. Then, of course, yeah, I would love to do maybe it would be something to Ecuador with the children. I mean, I used to I have 2 boys and a girl.
Okay.
But for many, many years when I wasn't sure, you know, if I was going to be able to have a girl, I sponsored, and I became really close with a little girl from Ecuador that for years, I think it was like 10 years or something. Then eventually because they lived in I don't want to say a farm, but like a village. They just moved one day, and I got a card that they no longer, I broke my heart. I was like, what do you mean she disappeared? Like, I was getting letters from her like every maybe like 2 times a year. And I'm like, how could so like that, because I know I'm going to get personally attached.
See, I was sponsoring a child too in Ecuador.
Okay.
So this was years ago, and sort of the same thing happened to me though. Only difference was that it was a girl. I had a sponsored daughter.
Yeah, like me too.
And she would write to me pretty much every month, at least once. Now, mind you, I wasn't asking her to.
Yeah.
She would just freely write to me.
Yeah.
And from time to time, it would be twice in a month, and then it went once every other month. You know what I mean? It would switch up from time to time. But from, como se dice en español, de la noche a la mañana, it just stopped.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened.
No, I had to
I have
inquire.
no idea.
Yeah, that they wanted to get out of the program. And,
Oh, well,
and
that's
she
probably
was
what
and she
happened
was in
with
a
her.
big family, so I was heartbroken at that time, but I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and she would call me padrino in the letters. I still have the letters too.
Yeah. So yeah, if definitely would love to inquire about that and figure out how that works as well, because since I personally don't sell to customers, I sell to stores.
But what? Okay, so let me ask you: why not sell to people in general also?
I did do that for the first year.
Okay.
I did do it for the first year, and then at the time, since I was working more, because I'd still work a job, it became a little bit not overwhelming, just answering the questions, because everybody has a question, and I have no problem with that, but I felt like it was consuming me. Like I wasn't sleeping. It was taking such a toll that I didn't realize that this is really hard work that I have to, because you have to understand when you're selling, even though it might be 6 p.m. here, it's some other time somewhere else.
It's 9 a.m.
Yeah, and so out of respect, like I was always trying to just do the good thing, and then eventually I got burnt out, and so I said, what if I just sell it to a store where they can deal with the customers, and then.
What were some of the questions that they would ask you?
Okay, so they would say what size, and then I would tell them, and then, for instance, let's say they would buy 4, and then they would want to, return to. It's just like simple customer service thing or whatever, but it was happening all the time. And then they would say, oh, I thought it was for the larger one. So some would ask questions after they bought it. So then I'd have. Then I had to put YouTube videos. I don't know if you know, on YouTube I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know.
So I had to put YouTube demonstrations.
Wait. Is it still on YouTube?
Yes, probably.
Hold on, let me see if I could find it real quick. Keep on talking.
And then that's why I did it, because my customers were like, you know what, you should really put YouTube demonstrations. I didn't know anything about YouTube at the time, so I had my oldest, okay, help me, because I want to answer them, and maybe if I do these YouTube videos, that would handle that part of it. So some people were using it incorrectly, so then they were starting to, starting to bend it. So then I was, I have my family on that YouTube. I have so many.
Got it. I found it. And you also have a...
Hey, what?
Espérate. You know what? We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna post it. We're gonna air it.
Which one? I have a lot of them.
It's the one that you're wearing a purple top.
Purple top. Oh,
Your husband is next to you,
probably.
and you have your daughter with you there.
Yeah, it's probably Spanish music blasting in the background. I mean, that's how we cook.
All right, we'll be right back. Let me play this.
All right.
Next to you,
Probably.
and you have your daughter with you there.
Yeah, it's probably Spanish music.
Hi, I'm here to demonstrate the Empanada fork,
All right, we'll be right back.
which
Let me
is done by
play
HL Unico, the company.
it. You have your daughter
This
with
is
you there.
in replacement of the fork. Hi, so we're here to demonstrate the Empanada fork,
All right, we'll be
You
right
grab
back.
the
which is done by HL Unico, the company. This is in replacement of the fork. Hi, so we're here to demonstrate the Empanada fork,
All right, we'll be
You
right
grab
back.
the
done by
down.
HL Unico, the company. This is in replacement of the fork. Hi, so we're here to demonstrate the Empanada fork.
All right, we'll be
You
right
grab
back.
the
Done by
down.
HL Unico company. This is in replacement of the fork. Hi, so we're demonstrate I have the cheese one.
You grab the
Put any type of cheese you want. Company. This is in replacement. And then you close it like this. And you put this here. I have the cheese one.
you grab the
Put any type of cheese you want. Company. High table. And then you close it like this. Flip it over. And you put this here. And I have the cheese one.
you grab the
Put any type of cheese you want. Company. High table. Completely close it like this. Flip it over. And you put this here. And I have the daughter who's 7 years old. Put any type of cheese you're doing it. Company. High table. A little bit of muscle, but completely close it like this. And you flip it over. And you put this here. And I have the daughter who's 7 years old. Put any type of cheese you're doing it. Company. High table. A little bit of muscle, but now we're gonna fry. Close it like this. And you flip it over. And you for listening to our demonstration for the Empanada fork, HL Unico, coming out in January 2019. Now we're gonna fry. Close it like this. And you flip it over. And you for listening to our demonstration.
Okay, so watching the video, I realize how and why the hubby is the el chef
Chef.
de la familia.
Yes.
I got it now. All right. All right. Well, explain to me how can people not use it explain to me how people cannot use it the right way. Common sense. Oh my God. Shapes. LOL. That's Yali saying it.
Yes. So yeah, it's just a lot of, it was almost like I wanted to please everybody, you know, so I wanted to give all the answers correct. And then eventually they were just like, oh, you could double seal it. I'm like, of course. Like if you close an empanada, whether it's a fork or not fork, do you close it on both sides? Some people do and some people don't. So it's the same thing.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, I have people who will
I mean, I'm not the Chef Boyardee, but you know, I mean, like I've never heard of that. You close it on both sides. I probably seen it and I never realized it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I've never. Okay, close it on both sides. All right.
Yeah, I mean, if you think it's opening up, for me, I don't have to. I close it on one side.
Yeah, because you press down hard enough on it, and it does both, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're not pressing hard enough, maybe if you flip it over, that could be a solution for you. is
So
what I'm
then,
saying.
la solución aquí es que tú tienes que irte al gimnasio y alzar pesa. All right? No seas tan vago o vaga. Go to Planet Fitness or something. Cheap plug so that I could get some sponsors.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back. We're going to play a video. Don't go nowhere. Empanada Fork, we'll be right back.
Préstame atención, hoy te quiero hablar. Se te nota la tristeza, no lo aguanto más. Me hace daño, amor, que llegues a pensar, aunque sea de a poquito, que todo fue verdad. Mírame otra vez, dime cuánto crees lo que dice aquel aquella gente cruel que solo intenta separarnos y tú lo sabes bien. Voy a demostrarte cuál es el tamaño de mi amor. Y solo siénteme, no permitas que la duda nos pueda vencer. Cuando se ama de esta forma, no queda nada que perder. Si tú y yo podemos dar más de lo que ha sido hasta hoy. Y solo siénteme, vas a ver que nuestro amor es fuerte y quiere florecer. Echa a un lado las palabras que te hacen daño, corazón. Ven, abrázame y no temas. Y solo siénteme. Mírame otra vez. Dime cuánto crees lo que dice aquella gente cruel que solo intenta separarnos y tú lo sabes bien. Voy a demostrarte cuál es el tamaño de mi amor. Y solo siénteme, no permitas que la duda nos pueda vencer. Cuando se ama de esta forma, no queda nada que perder. Si tú y yo podemos dar más de lo que ha sido hasta hoy. Y solo siénteme, vas a ver que nuestro amor es fuerte y quiere florecer. Echa a un lado las palabras que te hacen daño, corazón. Ven, abrázame, no temas. Y solo siénteme. No permitas que la duda te deje vencer. Cuando se ama de esta forma, hay pocas cosas que perder. Solo siénteme. Vas a ver que nuestro amor es fuerte. Siénteme. Las cartas ya están echadas, dejemos todo a la suerte. Solo siénteme. Pero que mira, aunque triste y dura es nuestra historia, sabes que te tengo en mi mente y en mi memoria. Y sígueme, sígueme. Y solo siénteme. No permitas que la duda nos pueda vencer. Cuando se ama de esta forma, no queda nada que perder. Ven, abrázame, no temas. Y solo siénteme. Y solo siénteme. Adolescentes.
I remember now. Elvin Polanco.
Oh, of course.
Elvin Polanco. All right.
I know that name.
So now we're back. Okay, saluditos va para el hermanito mío, another brother from another mother, Richard Batista, who is actually a former classmate of mine in high school. He is currently NYFD. He is also a former, well, you can't say former because once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. So he's a United States Marine Corps person. Big shout out to, let's see. Para Aníbal Flores directamente desde Puerto Rico en vivo. Aníbal, no quería que te fueras porque quería que vieras esto. Tenemos aquí en el estudio a esta bella dama por el nombre de Empanada Fork, que es el producto que tiene ella. Yo sé que tienes un restaurante en Puerto Rico. No sé si este producto te puede ayudar a ti. So, voy a dejar que ella hable un poquito en español, porque yo sé que tú hablas más español que inglés. Si le puedes explicar el producto tuyo en español. Un breve description.
Okay. Yo tengo aquí, para enseñarle también y hablar. Empanada Fork es para cerrar las empanadas.
O los pastelillos.
O los pastelillos. Ya no tiene de usar el tenedor, que se aplasta como 10 veces y hace mucho tiempo. Y también para mí, mis dedos
Te duelen.
me duelen. Entonces, con este aparatito que hallé, tiene de aplastar una vez y hace las empanadas. How do you say the ridges?
Los filos.
Los filos de las empanadas. Y es más rápido, porque yo siempre hago mucho, y como tiene a lo mejor un restaurant, hacen even más de 100, I'm sure. ¿Qué
O
más?
sea que te ayuda a cortar el tiempo en mitad. So, si algo te cuesta, supongamos, 10 minutos para hacer, con este producto, te lo corta en mitad de tiempo 5 minutos.
Yep.
So, si te cuesta 2 minutos, en 1 minuto te hace.
Exacto. Yep.
Y es algo que, en el caso tuyo, porque eres dueño de un restaurante, te ayudará porque supongamos que tienes una orden de 10 o 20, con tan solo aplastarlo así rapidito, plan, ya está.
Yep.
Él dice súper. So, si él quisiera comunicarse contigo para comprar el producto, ¿cómo puede hacer él?
Mandarme un email a HLUNI, I'm Spanglish, sorry. UNI,
Okay.
help me out. Único.
HLúnico
Único at yahoo.com.
@yahoo.com.
Yes.
You want to try that one more time?
Yes. HL
único.
único at yahoo.com.
No,
No.
Yahoo.
@yahoo.com.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Hoy día vas a coger un curso en español. Y ¿sabes qué? Mire, la cosa chistosa es que los padres míos dicen que yo hablo el español matado.
Oh, a mí me dicen
Si
que
yo
soy
hablo el
gringa.
español matado, yo creo que yo soy profesor hoy día.
Yo puedo entender todo, pero hablar me sale
Really?
tongue twisted, yeah.
Son trabalenguas para ti.
Yeah, algunas cosas, no sé, I feel like I say it reversed.
Al revés.
Yeah. Pero entiendo todo, yeah.
Lo entiendes sin problema, pero el problema que tienes es el hablar.
Sí.
Ok. Saludito va para Cristina. ¡Chimpum! Calladito, niña. All right, vamos a ver. Cristina. Delcy está en sintonía con nosotros. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Yo creo que hay alguien más aquí. Did I miss somebody? Please. Wanda Vela. Let's see. Ashley is also watching the show. I hope that you guys had a good trip to Jamaica. Ya bomba clad. All right, so, rapidito cerrando el show. La mejor forma de comunicarse. My brother Pat Shannon, welcome, my brother. For them to get in contact with you to either get information on purchasing Empanada Fork or purchasing it itself. What do they have to do?
Visit my website, www.empanafork.com, or you can email me at hlunico@yahoo.com.
Here we go. Hold on. Let's see.
Hi, this is Julia, and I'm calling on a recorded line to follow up on the online...
Goodbye.
Just testing.
Yeah. Well, see, the phone lines do work, huh? All right. So, HLúnico
yahoo.com.
There you go.
Yes.
See, I do the hard part for you. You just do the easy part.
Yes.
HLúnico
Yahoo.com.
There you go. En español.
Muchas gracias.
All right. Bueno, Empanada Fork, muchas gracias por haber participado con nosotros aquí. Nelson Ruiz es el hermano de Frankie Ruiz. Saluditos, mi hermanito. I still got to get in contact with you. I'm sorry I haven't reached out to you, but I'll be doing that soon. Como siempre, thank you.
Thank you too.
When you have more stampers and more products that you have ready to throw this way to promote,
okay, cool.
let me know.
All right.
We'll have you back here, and
Thank
we'll
you.
post it all over the place.
Appreciate the support. I really do. Thank
Count
you so
on
much.
us doing that. So, real quick, for anybody, the youth of today that's watching the show right now, what's the message you want to give to them?
My message would be, I'm hoping to inspire the youth, especially the girls. I want them to know that we too can be inventors, and we are of Latino or Latina roots, Spanglish babies. And anything is possible. You just have to believe in yourself and find the group that believes in you as well. And that will help you.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. And on my end, thank you for watching the show tonight. We hope to see you here next week for another segment of El Show de DJ Erick La Mezcla. So on that note, as always, well, first of all, winter is upon us. Stay warm. Dress warm. If layers if need be. And again, we'll see you here next week. Que Dios me lo bendiga a todos. Nos vemos la próxima semana. Ciao.
Bye.
Nos vemos. Come on. Here we go.
That's all, folks.